Welcome, everyone, to the first episode of Oh, You Didn't Know. I'm your host, Lord Ryan Gillespie, aka the Man Myth Legend, ServiceNow advocate and champion. On today's episode, we're going to talk about the App Engine Studio. You might be wondering, what is App Engine Studio? Well, I was wondering the same thing when I first heard about it. Let me break it down for you. So how many times have you heard the phrase citizen developer and thought to yourself, what does that mean? Who is that? For the sake of conversation today, we'll just call them non-ServiceNow developers. App Engine Studio provides no-code solutions for everyday application development tasks. That means you can quickly and easily create and configure tables and fields, user experiences, and process flows for your application without any coding knowledge. No JavaScript. No jelly. No code. Fear not, developers and consultants. This doesn't put you out of a job. App Engine Studio is simply a gateway to the world of ServiceNow development, and it's our jobs to help guide and mentor these folks on their journey. What's nice is that as you complete an app for the first time, it'll walk you through the next steps at a high level, guiding you through the process of creating your app. Start with the data, configure the experience, then the logic and automation, and lastly, security. Keep in mind that you may need the assistance of your instance's security administrators to help configure the security for your application. Businesses want out of the business of manual process. They want easily repeatable and automated processes. You do too, right? I mean, who doesn't? We constantly talk about getting away from spreadsheets and putting it in ServiceNow. What if I told you that you could do that with App Engine Studio? App Engine Studio offers a wizard-style guide for building your application. No code! App Engine Studio will allow you to easily import an XLSX format spreadsheet translating the column headers into fields for your new table and app. Once you've imported and previewed the new fields, you can go in just as easily to update the field types and configure the available choices, references, attributes, etc. For example, if I wanted to use the existing data in my instance for location or user data, what's nice is that same spreadsheet can then be used to import the data for your new table so that any of the existing data is readily available within your application. Need a way for your users to interact with the process and the data? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You can create a catalog item or a record producer. Just a few clicks and it'll get you right there. App Engine Studio also allows you to create user experiences such as service portals, workspaces, and allows you to adapt your experience for mobile. Now that we have the data structure built out and the user experience designed, what about the process? What about the automation? We use Flow Designer! Flow Designer allows us to design the process flow for catalog items, just as an example. So if we need to route approvals or perform automated task assignment, we can do all of that in Flow Designer. No code. No code! Remember how you had to email that spreadsheet to people? They'd have to approve it, or update it, or, I don't know, ignore it? Flow Designer allows you to get rid of all of that. It's a completely automated process, so it's repeatable each and every time. And what's super nice is that it can be dynamic based on the various fields that are filled out on your forms. Again, no code. No code. What's nice about this is then all the approval records and the tasks are all auditable. So if you need to do any sort of reporting to figure out who it is that's hanging onto those documents, nailed it, you can quickly see who has what task or approval assigned to them. Keep things moving along. Another really nice thing about Flow Designer is that there are integrations available. You may need to purchase an additional subscription through Integration Hub, but things like Active Directory, Microsoft Teams, Twilio, and Slack spokes are available. Now that you're all done, all you have left to do is submit it. Once it's approved, not if, when it's approved by your admins, it'll then be available to your users. Does your organization use source control? We got source control! Super quick and easy to set up. Minimally, all you need to do is talk to your source control administrator, get the URL, and figure out what pre-configured credential to select within your instance. Look, the target audience is for those who are not developers. Low code, no code. But that doesn't stop you, senior developers, and those with years of experience developing on the platform from using it. I'd even recommend it, because it is a lot quicker to use it than it is some of the other tools that we've been using for years. Alright. Now, the last part of App Engine Studio I want to touch on is the resources. Please check out the resources tab. If for some reason you ever get stuck, there's a ton of resources out there for you to take a look at. For more information on this topic, check out the on-demand course Introduction to App Engine Studio, available now out on Now Learning. And remember, just because you can doesn't mean you should.